Boom, we're back. Absent Your Podcast. It's your boy D Friend.
Boy, B Nearly was good.
We back in the building for another episode. Got a lot of things to get into.
We
Ain't
on
got a lot of time.
what episode we artificially on?
Artificially episode number 122 in the building.
It sounded about right.
Whatever.
I said that sounded about right.
It's probably somewhere in that mix. Maybe a little bit more. I don't know. We're somewhere there. But like I said, got a couple things we're going to get into tonight. New music. But first we're going to start off with good things. I've typically had the same good things over the past couple of weeks. It's been family good, life's good. But today is my wife's birthday. Beautiful wife, 27 years old. Salute to her. We had a great dinner on Saturday. We went out to Mastro's, the luxury, the waterfall, and everything. It was good. And I always say I like going to places like that because it kind of inspires me. I see these people, I'm assuming they're rich. I'm just assuming. You see the cars out in the front, you see the Bentleys, you see the G-Wagons. You're like, oh, shit. One day, I'll have my own G-Wagon pulling up the fucking Mastros. But anyways, it was a good time.
I agree.
It was a good time.
My good thing, the moving situation is now secure. We know when we can move into the next place we're going to be moving into. It ain't what we wanted, but it's more than enough for sure. So,
bit. Life's moving great and positive. So, I don't know. What do you want to get into first? Let's start this. Rest in peace to Teddy Ray. We'll start off with that. Rest in peace to Teddy Ray, famed comedian, known mostly for like his internet skits and comedy and things like that. That's what I know him for.
Me too.
Rest in peace to him. It said he drowned somehow, but they haven't really,
He drowned?
Yeah, he drowned. They haven't really disclosed any details on like how he drowned. Was it just because he couldn't swim, or was it did he like fade into the pool? Like I don't know.
Damn, I didn't know that. I thought it was like some. I think
that's what everybody assumed. Like, oh, he's big. It's probably he had a heart attack or high cholesterol, diet, whatever. But
damn, my nigga drowned.
Yeah,
that's a
shitty way to go out. That's a shitty way to go.
As a comedian, I think he could laugh at that.
Yeah, he could probably be in heaven like, God, what the fuck?
Nigga, that's the way.
Yeah, that's the way I went out. It's like, I ain't trying to make no joke out of it too. But I just go with my personal spirit as a big guy, right? When you're big, people think that means you sink, but that ain't how buoyancy works. Dense motherfuckers, they sink. Like swole niggas, they jump in the pool, they go straight to the bottom. Us niggas that got fat on us, we gonna float to the top. Like we didn't really gotta do too much swimming. But like I said, I don't know the circumstances of.
Yeah, it could have been waves. It could have been a tide. It could have been a lot of different things. He was in the pool. Oh, he could have caught a cramp. It could have been a lot of shit. Yeah. And nobody was around. It could have been so much shit. But if nobody know besides him on stand up, y'all check out All Deaf Digital. I think they kind of revamping their stuff. I've been seeing that tag on like at first they went to some new branding after Russell Simmons and all that stuff had happened. Yeah. But I think they coming back with a lot of the All Deaf Digital stuff. But if you like black comedy, it's been plenty of like white, cheesy people out there. I forgot what those guys' names is, but it's plenty of people out there. But they got good black comedy. They got a good black podcast and shit like that. If you want to go check it out, Roast Me, my favorite shit that's on there, and that's the thing that's probably the most active right now. Roast Me and what's that shit called? Like white, like black privilege or some shit, like black card or some shit like that.
Yeah.
Or something like that. I forgot what it was, but I go watch them, man, if y'all want some black content.
Yeah. So I just want to read this real quick. Jay the Truth Teller says, "How is RodWave the new king? I don't even listen to that guy. I know of his music, but I don't really listen to him like that. Most of these new generation of rappers are not even my cup of tea." Now I put that in the title. It's a little provocative. Obviously, it's a little far-reaching maybe, but it comes to a point down the conversation. And I want to say this: when I get into this conversation, which is probably the next topic. And when I speak about NBA Youngboy, I kind of want to get in and out of the NBA Youngboy conversation. I want to get in, dip my toe in, and dip out because I feel like it's been a theme over the past couple of weeks of talking about this nigga. So I want to dip in and dip out. But it's only because I heard some shit that I heard. I was like,
well, I mean, he did just drop some music.
I just keep hearing the blasphemy shit, right? Your hat's spelled wrong.
What you think it's supposed to be spelled?
I don't know. See, I'm trying to think. Certified Lover Boy? I don't know. Anyways, but yeah, we get right into that. So new music. RodWave. What are your thoughts on the music part of it? Not the sales, not whatever. What do you think about the music?
Today was my first listen. I love his sound for sure.
Mm-hmm.
I love his energy. I think when we talk about a lot of times, like I don't know who we was talking about not recent or too recently ago. We just talking about how like a lot of times they make this music, but I don't really feel it. I think it might have been Kendrick or something like that. Like, I don't feel Kendrick's sad music.
Yeah.
It's CLB. Yeah. I feel him for sure, but the biggest thing, I need more of the rapping from a RodWave. Like it get one track, it get one, like it starts to be one button that he pressed, and it's an amazing button he pressed every time. Like
Yeah.
it's not
Hey,
like
pause, but keep going.
Yeah, that may be a pause. You might can pause that. You might can pause that. But for 20 songs, 16 songs,
24.
Yeah, that same, like I think it was one of the last songs towards the end. He started rapping. It was literally the second to last song with a video or something like that. He kind of got a little rapping bars in the beginning. I'm like, oh yeah, I'm feeling it, but
Yeah,
I need
you want
more
more of that.
to give me just a switch from already what he do good. And it's not that it ain't I was mad at it. It's just that it can become too much for 20 songs. Like,
I mean, I liked it. That's my type of shit. I was excited for the album. I think it was a pretty good album. Well, at least YB switch. We'll get to YB in a second, but I think it was good. I think it was like at all the albums I've listened to so far, and it's hard to say this because it's like it's only been out for obviously a couple of days. But just from my Rolodex, I think what's coming out, I could say in my opinion at this moment could slip further back, could slip higher. I would say out of every album I listened to this year, personally, I'd say it's top 5 because a lot of albums I've listened to, i.e., like Future, right? I still think Future has the best album now. I know I was shitting on it in the beginning, but now I think it does. But when I listen to RodWave's album, first listen, I actually enjoyed it. A lot of people I had to listen to it a couple more times to really kind of enjoy it. But his album, I don't really see anything. And you might not know, or you might not, but I think even your boy Jack Harlow, he had a good verse on the record, the second record on the album. It was a good verse, man. I was like, all right, Jack Harlow, you're doing you're on your shit.
well, I'll save my Jack Harlow slander for later.
Album's not top 5. I mean, hey, whatever your top 5, it's all subjective, you know what I'm
But
saying?
off
Whatever
what
you
you
think.
did, off the things you said, top 5 for me, it would be somewhere around there. I mean, like I said, it wasn't much. We already said it wasn't much to compete with in the first place.
Yeah.
So
I mean, it's
he
not like he's
did.
giving it high praise, but you know.
Yeah, me saying it like that don't sound like high praise, but even then, I feel like he did what he was supposed to do. As far as an album, I mean, like, my one thing I will say is, I get how he's going to lead the next wave. I'm not disagreeing. The talent is there, but the hits wasn't there on that album. I don't know if I'm just not a RodWave fan, but I didn't really get too many. I don't feel like I heard too many hits or songs that I think is going to go big. And I feel like someone of that talent that can use them vocals, you got to be able to make a hit, 2 or 3 hits per album because I mean you just that talented. And I don't know if he got a solidified 2 or 3 hits. And I'm not saying that makes the album trash or anything. I'm just saying for someone I think of that caliber, that was one of the things I felt like it was missing. But it still was probably a top 5 album with all things, even with that could being considered.
Yeah, but the songs he probably gonna try to make hits are like Alone and Cold December. I like that one song. What's it called? Something about a pie. What's it called? No, not a pie. Sweet Little Lies. But that probably won't be a hit. But
let me see my top 3. I put some of my favorites. My Forever, Keep Going, Never Find Us, and Everything. Yeah. If you know anybody agrees with me, it's 24 songs, so I'm pretty sure y'all favorite's not gonna be my.
I mean, let me say this real quick. So Wardu's saying he's not gonna be a star because he's not talented. He's talented, but he has no. He is. So is Roddy Ricch. That means nothing in the industry where fans want to connect with personalities. But this is where I would say where they differ. Roddy, you say Roddy Ricch has no personality. He only did 60,000. RodWave doing 140. So somewhere there's some kind of connect somewhere with the fan base at some aspect. I don't know if it's maybe he doesn't express personality like outward, like in social media or whatever, but maybe people feel his music so much that's why he's selling well. That's why like Roddy did 60. So I don't know what the fuck he doing. No, he doing 140.
What I would say about personality wise, from the videos I've seen, I want to see more of RodWave. Like he'll have like, you know, like the kind of like the highlights of his tours when he was doing some of the videos.
That's kind of his vibe. Yeah, he'll do like little tour shots. I'm doing this, I'm doing that.
And to me, I was like, For some reason, big niggas make rich look good. I don't know what it is, but I said that looking at him like
It
this.
look like opulence, man. It just
That
does.
nigga, he look cool as shit, and he look. That's all I can really say. But besides that, I felt like if he was to do YouTube, if he was to do day in life, I feel like that glimpse of getting them highlights would be like obviously entertaining because it was thing like he doing a little business stuff. He talking to people inside of the videos and stuff. So I'm pretty sure it's a lot of interesting content that he probably could latch on to, and I think people are like. I think he got like a cool mellow personality that people are like. Like I don't think he tried to do too much, but I think he probably still got things
I
that
think
people like about him for sure.
it's like inviting. It's like everybody else is like it's the rah rah shoot 'em up bang bang like, you die. I got too much shit going on with y'all. While this young boys, the Dirks, the this, the that, the gang shit. Like all right, I'm trying to listen to gang shit. Let me listen. It goes to make me think like what I'm saying. But obviously there's people who rap that shit that do big. Dirk did big, whatever. But maybe that's not everybody's cup of tea. And also I can say why RodWave probably so good because there's actually a lot of women that probably like his music, so they're consuming it more than let's say young
women,
whatever,
hood niggas, everybody like RodWave. It's
No,
not many people.
I'm not putting his demographic just to women. I'm saying why he's doing better.
Yeah.
Because there's probably more of an influx of women that are listening to his album than gangsta. Like girls act like they like that shit, but probably when they're at home listening to music, they're not trying to cut on him being a young boy. Like they
not
don't
all
listen
the
to that
time.
shit. They not listen to that shit at home.
And I kind of disagree with you. I'm pretty sure personality can mix into that, but I don't think that's why he don't sell 200. I'm thinking the lack of the big hits that's obviously any reason somebody don't sell a lot of numbers. And if on the first week, it's because of the rollout and because of the hits that's going to make people gravitate to that. That's the difference. Unless you just a solidified big name or legacy, you're not going to draw those numbers unless you are getting people to unless you marketing your shit appropriately. That's with singles. I mean, that's the best way to market yourself. I got a question.
You probably say that's why, let's say, a guy like Post Malone didn't do as well because he didn't have that. He didn't have a rock star. He didn't have even though maybe Sunflower was on like the Spider-Man soundtrack, but he didn't have one of those big records rolling into his album. That's kind of why I kind of came and went. But what's your question?
He's not considered a rapper, or is he?
Maybe you would call him rapper. Like he's like but I wouldn't say, but I wouldn't even throw him in the R&B type category though, because it's not like it don't feel like that. But it feels like more of a mix hybrid type of thing going on.
I would put him in the Bryson Tiller six black lane, but I feel like they rap a little more than him. Would you want if for Roddy Future? Would you want to see him rapping more, or you just wouldn't mind him just sticking to his lane?
I mean, I'm fine with this lane.
But as a fan, I'm saying, would you want that more?
No, I mean, I would. Yeah, I'm fine with this.
I don't know, man. Let me see. I think it was. Let me look up the track list. I'm on my fucking computer. My dumbass.
I'm fine with this. This collection of things for RodWave. So you say you want him to rap more, like?
No, on a Bryson Tiller thing. Like I'm not like you can switch in between the flows. I just feel like he didn't even like utilize that as much as he could have.
Well, he said this is his last sad album, so I wonder what that means for his next album. I wonder what that maybe a less sad of an album will come with more rapping, possibly maybe more living life, maybe more opulence, maybe more maybe that'll switch it up.
Would you suggest he do that?
I mean, I wouldn't suggest it. I feel like if it's not broke, why, but if creatively you're like not in a sad space and you're like, it's getting hard for you to make sad. Are you talking about the sad music? Or are you talking about the rap?
Yeah. The sad music.
Yeah. If you're not in that space anymore and creatively, it's probably hard for you to get into that bag. Keep making more music like that, then yeah, switch it up if you're not in that space no more. But musically, it just sounds good. Like, I think you keep doing.
I would agree. I was wondering because I mean, you hear people talk about that. You hear him talk about that. Him kind of pivoting away. I was just wondering, like mentality wise, was it him wanting to pivot because like you said, maybe burnout, or is he kind of like giving in to the pressure? Which like you'll see the same people say the same thing about the Baby or maybe Meek Mill back in the day, or same thing with Future. But those same reasons are the reason that they popped because they kept sticking to their formula and hits came from it. So it's like. Sure, that works for the biggest artists, but even then, like we seen Wayne try to switch it up, it didn't work the greatest. We seen artists try to switch up, like and it don't just work, but it's way more guarantees. Like if you just stay the same and you stick to your fan base, like
that's what I'm realizing. Like people will talk shit about you for like sounding the same on every song, but they'll still listen to every song. Like, oh, he sounds the same, but it's like, bro, you still gonna listen to every fucking song they make. So it's like they'll talk shit, but they still listen at the end of the day. So.
Yeah, and then most people be like, I want their old shit anyway. So people, you can't really listen to their fans when it comes to that. Drake had some type of line about it. He was like, when you love them, that's when you start to fade or some shit like that. And he was talking about fans. Like when you start to love the fans and trying to please them, that's when your music start to fade. Some shit like that. Yeah. But essentially.
But the reason the title says the new king, just because I'm just talking shit. Like I'm just saying that because he outsold the guy who everybody says the greatest, the GOAT, the new whatever, the new Wayne, the new this, new that, and you know, it's just more. You know what the fuck? You know, like it's more that type of shit.
I'm off AMC, big dog. I'm on Snap right now. AMC, I might hop on it if I see it running, but that hoe been stuck in between 20 and 25, and I'm chilling. Yeah. But King, he's definitely fighting for it. I think he needs to hop on he needs to get in the room with a few other artists, and I also think, why is he not on features? That's what I wonder a lot with him. He got the voice to be on people's shit. Why
he be on people's shit. You know, he was on like The Voice and the Hero. He's not on a lot of people's shit.
That's what I'm like. I'm saying like how Lil Baby was on Stay Alive, whether people killed him for it or not. Like the ones that sing, you just so happen, Lil Baby just so happened to be on all of the biggest songs of the year somehow.
He was supposed to be on Lemon Pepper Freestyle.
Yeah, so that's what I mean. RodWave
with Drake. Yeah, with Drake.
That'd have been nice. Like shit like that.
He said pretty much like Drake's his idol, or not. I was like, he said his idol, but he said like he grew up listening to Drake. Like he had his CDs, and like when Drake sits him, he was like, I don't want to just put some bullshit on here. Just say I got a song with Drake. To me, it don't feel like it sound good. It don't feel like whatever. So he just said he gonna pass on it. Or something.
Personally, I feel like that's a cop out. Take the challenge.
He did.
Take the challenge.
He said it didn't sound good.
He did. Why not keep working? What you saying? You can't compete, nigga? If not, nigga, talk to Drake, nigga, because something needs to happen, nigga. Something needs to shake. RodWave if I'm his agent, if I'm the nigga signing him, we gotta get RodWave on the hits. Yeah. Because that's all he missing.
If I'm that nigga manager, Drake sends you a song to get, I don't give a fuck you doing the song. It don't even really like whatever his reason was, like he didn't feel it or he feel like it wasn't up to par. He didn't want to just throw a bullshit Drake's verse on a Drake song. He wanted to really be special, yada yada yada. We gonna figure this shit out.
Man, let Drake tell you it's bullshit.
Really, and then that's really what it comes down to it. Let him tell you it's trash. Because if I don't know, you kind of not really a RodWave listener, but on his last album, he got a song that samples, and I don't think this is Drake's sample, but this is the first time I heard it. The Over My Dead Body off Take Care. He samples that, and it's a fucking amazing song. Like so the dynamic between them two people, Drake and RodWave, it could work.
It could go crazy.
There's a song there that could like go.
It could go crazy.
Yeah.
When I can't even imagine it because the last time we really just hear Drake in that type of bag, Take Care? Like I mean, so we had Scorpions had some darkness to it, but Jaded is still kind of upbeat. Like, you know what I mean? We don't really get that. So I feel like RodWave would put him in that deep bag. You know what? What's that fucking song called? With March 14th or whatever when he's singing to his son at the end. What's good? What's good? And he was what's the fuck he was saying? He was like no one to lean on or some shit like that. Crying or something like that. Yeah, that was some deep shit. I felt the pain in that, but you know, I feel like RodWave could, getting some pain Drake. Come on, man, like that's already his bag. But I feel like RodWave is like you putting multipliers on it type shit.
Him and Lil Baby got a good. I don't know if you ever heard any of their songs they got together, but they tend to make like good records together.
Lil Baby and RodWave.
Yeah, they got good records together.
Yeah, I mean, that's why I feel like RodWave got to step out there because like Lil Baby seem to be versatile as can be. Like the nigga seems like he can work good with anybody at this point. This nigga a Swiss Army knife.
He's out there.
So I feel like RodWave. I'm not saying he's not out there, but I'm saying on that sense of like Drake, Nicki, Lil Wayne, shit. Who else used to be on everybody fucking song? Like
2
on every
Chainz.
like when it was their time, bro. Like they wouldn't let nothing go past them because it's like that's another opportunity to make this prime even bigger.
And that's what Lil
And
Baby doing right now.
yeah,
Lil Baby, you even say Lil Durk does it sometimes to an extent. He kind of cooled off a little bit throughout the year. He was really like big in the beginning of the year, but I mean that's what I think. That's what I feel like we don't see a lot of people do. I feel like a lot of these new dudes, they probably like who's I watching? I was watching somebody. They said they don't critique new people's music because a lot of these guys blow up off they like second song. So it's like, bro, he's like, think about me making my second song. He's like, a lot of these guys when they make that song, they can't make any other songs. Like they just so happen to stumble on that beat with that hook, with that verse, with that whatever. So I think a lot of guys that come out and they blow up real quick. That's why I think a lot of albums aren't that good because they can't make a lot of songs. You know what I'm saying? Like they can make maybe a few, maybe catch a hit here, catch a hit there, but I don't think that's the case for RodWave. So let me not say that. But I'm talking about as far as people like they don't do that, like going crazy. Like I'm about to be on everybody's song, everybody's feature. They don't really. I don't see too many people doing that. Now.
I agree. I mean, we both saying the same thing, so I agree with you for sure. But
yeah,
one person I feel like kind of you may disagree with me. I don't know. I'm taking the lead.
Let's see.
I feel like Meg is in that kind of category.
In the category of what?
She was making music obviously before, but I don't know to what depth. Like I know she's been a rapper, right? And she's a decent rapper. I'm not mad at her.
Let me put my cape on.
I'm not mad at her. I'm not about to say the album was trash and nothing like that. I just feel like she one of the ones that she kind of only got one button as well. And I don't even know if it's because that's the only thing she can do, but I think it's once like you said, like you hear that song and it's like, well, people want that same kind of music from you. And I feel like she having a hard time getting out of that if I'm crazy. Like even with the flows, like I've heard like for the song Anxiety, even a song with Future, she'll switch up the flow. She'll show some finesse on the beat.
Yeah.
But then her other ones is back to that same kind of like repetitive.
What'd you think about Ungrateful with Key Glock? That was my favorite song. What do you think about that song?
With who?
With Key Glock. It's the second song on the album.
I think
I'm playing a little bit of it. Let me try to get it.
It's not bad, but once again, I just was talking about how people criticize people for trying to tell people to switch it up. Her flows, just how we talk about the baby, it gets that it's that same cadence essentially, and it's cool. But even to me, it come off as like that New York, almost like.
You sound like down south.
Oh yeah, she do have that flow for sure. But I'm saying like it sounds like that core like hip hop sound more than like showing finesse, showing different like styles on the beat. That's all that was my main critique. And I feel like she can move out of that, but I don't know. I think I really think that's why I was gonna say my Jack Harlow shit. I think Meg and Jack Harlow are very new to music still. I don't think they was cultivated with music like some of the artists that we love that's like huge. And I think it comes off in they flows. I think it comes off in they hooks and shit like that as well. Like Jack Harlow will have good flows, and then like for some reason he'll lose rhythm and he'll have a bar instead of like making that bar harder or switching that bar up, he'll be lazy with that bar. Like she said some shit about I'm laying in the bed Thanksgiving dinner, some shit. Like it's like it's like
you can see it building, and then you kind of like fumble the bar.
And that was my thing with Jack Harlow saying, like, I feel like he was a rookie, but I'm starting to hear, like, when I go back, I hear Jack Harlow, I listen to Churchill's Down. I'm like, I hear what niggas be talking about, but then it's he was like, my pops don't want me to take out $100,000, so I'm not going to take out $100,000. It's like
you could have did something with that, but you like just left it on the ground. It's like, all right, I see you. But I ain't gonna lie, there's a lot of great, like, not too many times. Right? I mean, I haven't heard Drake do it too many times, but to be fair, there are other great niggas that do that. and they'll fumble the bar.
For sure, and you'd be like, oh, even J. Cole be like, damn, why he ain't stay in that pocket? A nigga switched the pocket that they were eating. So I can understand that, but I feel like they have those things pop up in that music a lot more just because they knew the music. Yeah. And I don't think the people in their rooms is trying to make them the best artists. I think they trying to find the best shit that's gonna pop. Yeah, that also don't translate well with long-term music and maybe even sales ultimately to me. And we both seen Jack Harlow and Meg, which are technically popular as fuck, not have great numbers. And I think that's something.
Jack's numbers were the reason I was talking shit about Jack numbers just because like what they were projected at to what they ended up being. For Jack Harlow, like for him to be what he was and then to kind of like blow up a lot this year more than what he was. And I think those were good numbers for him, right? For his, where he's at in his career. Now, the thing about, I want just respond to what Wardu said with that song Meg got with that her shit. They're trying to. That's like, no, that's not. Like, I don't know who's saying like, hey, that's the video we need to put the budget behind. That's the song we need to make a music video for. Like, that's not.
Is it you talking about? That's the her, me,
she, yeah. We. That's not the song. That's not the song.
Is that the same one where there's like a dancey kind of beat, or that's
it's kind of like that. It's like that. That's not the one. Like to be honest, I ain't gonna lie to you. You know what I was saying? There wasn't no song of the summer. And besides what because we talked about this shit. That's the community. The bitch was twerking while she was pregnant. It looked crazy, but I ain't gonna lie. When I get in my car in the morning and the radio automatically turns on by itself, and that F&F shit be on, that shit is, I ain't like that shit's a little vibe.
What's F&N?
The one I'm F-R-E.
She was pregnant?
Nigga freak. No, she wasn't pregnant, but there was a pregnant girl in it that was twerking.
Oh, okay, yeah.
That song got like when I look at Meg, I know they want you to be a pop star, and they want you in that lane. You on Jimmy Kimmel, you do this. They want you to get a pop song and a rap song. I get it. But like that's the shit that you need to be making. You need to go like that's the lane if you want to. You know what I'm saying? That her shit. That ain't because even her other hits like when Wardu brought up Body, not what it got like Body, right? That Body, yaddy. I can see why that's a pop song, but it still has those like girl rap type things within it. So I don't know. But speaking of Meg though, because if I'm gonna be fair, I'm gonna talk about NBA YoungBoy. He's dropped the album. He went number 2 behind a nigga who already dropped the album, and he just put out the CD for it, which I got to admit that's kind of trash. Even though it is Bad Bunny, but to be a superstar like YoungBoy and to go number 2 behind a nigga whose album's been out for months, and he just dropped the CD, that's trash. But anyways, I just don't. Meg doing 50,000 like that's like, damn, you gonna do 50,000? Like this big superstar girl, like 50,000, that's it. Like 50,000 is not good. And people say, well, I've seen people on social media, even with YoungBoy. So I give them both this grace. The people are saying, I'm seeing people say is, oh, well, this is her last album on her label. So it's just like, who gives a fuck? With him, it's his last album at Atlantic. So they don't really give a fuck. They're just throwing shit out to get off their contract. But I feel like when you're putting shit out as an artist, that's going to be like numbers on the board. That's going to be a part of your legacy. So you don't want to just put out complete shit. And I don't think either one of them are complete shit. But, we saw numbers wise, her doing 50,000 is kind of like, because I don't think if Cardi dropped, Cardi B not doing 50,000.
Yeah, no. Big Lotto, I think watched her on a song. If I'm being honest, like the presence just on a song alone.
Yeah, they had a song. I forgot what it was called though.
That's initially what made me come up with that thought because I was like, I wonder, do Big Lotto sound like better on this song? Like she knows what she's doing because of like the training she went through with being with Jermaine and being like. Even being probably and I just was like wondering it. And I'm like, I don't think that make Meg trash. I'm just saying like, bro, if you make it popping and you rapping and you may be me, nigga, keep going. I'm not hating on you. Like, if you keep getting better if you can. But what I'll say to that statement about her not dropping because the album being under like her last album, whatever. I can agree with not maybe wanting to just give them all your money and drop all your big hits, but that means you got to drop some shit after this pretty soon. Yeah. You know what I mean?
Because that got some shit for now. But if that's the excuse, like, oh, just because I didn't really, then that mean your next shit, when you get whatever label when you get the perfect situation, I'm signed to who I want to sign to. They're willing to put the money behind my thing because I know money goes into the record sales and shit. I'm not a fucking idiot. I know that. But all these factors, you better come out with something.
I'll try to remember my point that I had earlier. But you know what's also funny to me that wouldn't make sense about this? Wouldn't you want to go out hard because it will help your renegotiation with the next people that you're gonna sign? Like if you be like, hey, I want to drop however many projects, and they were like, well, shit, your shit market at 50K. Like you would think you would want to go a little harder than that.
Because I think like when you correlate that with like sports teams, like I'm going to be a free agent, so I'm going to go
crazy.
Yeah,
exactly.
But I think with music is different because they probably know, like they know, like, oh, we know Atlantic only put like $500,000 behind YoungBoy, and this is what goes on. But we know we get him, we're going to put like $3 million behind it, and we're going to know what it's going to do type shit. You know what I'm saying? They kind of know.
They could think landscape. That could be one thing, or they could be like, we kind of know that you just didn't work out with them either, but we don't want to. But so the reason I say that is because my argument, like I said, I kind of get the argument people said, but my argument against that would be her last album didn't really have too many hits, and her last album was in the midst of controversy, and it really ain't do too many numbers either.
So like, what's this? She did 100K on the last one,
and I mean that's not bad, but come on, bro. This Meg in her prime. Like she coming off hits, she coming off WAP. She's literally in the news. So just her talking about it and her having a conversation about it alone would have been like, that's another 100K on top of that. But that's one thing I want to say about Meg. She rapped like how I freestyle. Like I probably could out rap Meg Thee Stallion. I ain't gonna lie to you.
I don't think so.
I ain't gonna lie to you. I
don't think so. I ain't
gonna lie to you. The reason I say this,
I don't think so.
I know you're gonna say that. It's not. I think most people will bet on the same thing that you're saying. So I'm not like I'm about to die on that ledge. But the reason I say that is because like I say that because like even when she talk about deep shit, like she tried to get on that deep shit like about like nigga, you know who shot me. It's like she get off track because she can't stay focused creatively about her subject matter. And then it go right back to fuck niggas, bitches, tricking and shit like that when this is supposed to be a deep song. Like Anxiety was a decent song for her, but even then she kind of started to get off track with her subject matter because at the end of the day, like a lot of time when I'm freestyling, my every other third bar is like niggas better be niggas like it, and you get that from her. It's nigga, hoe, bitch, every other 5 words because that's a lack of creativity to a certain degree, and they come off like how I freestyle. But somebody, when I write, I try to put more creativity, and you like, well, I can't have these many words. So it kind of sounds like she be freestyling, or even if she is writing, it don't be coming off that great. Like, so I'm dead ass. Like, if you listen to her shit, and then you hear how niggas transition.
Let's pick out a beat for Bryce. Give him a week, let him write, and then we'll do it.
This ain't nothing.
We'll see. But you gotta have the delivery too. Then we gotta see the delivery.
I ain't got no delivery. I ain't got all that. I ain't got all that. That's my biggest thing. I know I gotta find delivery. I gotta learn my flows. I gotta get into my flows. I know I got it, but whatever. I ain't gonna lie to you.
Hit up Wardu. He can help you.
I ain't gonna lie to you. I can write better than I could just like, but that that takes time being able to have presence. Yeah, like just like a podcast and shit, you gotta know how to rapping is the same thing.
I feel you.
And niggas be finding their voice type shit.
First you can rap better, bro. Fuck with D-Fred talking about. Wardu, let me tell you something. Let me tell y'all niggas something on the chat real quick. I caught Wardu in the spaces with this nigga who had like a dick pic as his picture on Twitter. I'm like, Wardu, what are you doing here? What y'all did? He be there with the Nigerians, bro. They're like, keep it a buck.
Now I clicked in for like 2 seconds. I ain't understand shit.
That's what I was about to say. I know what the fuck. What the fuck going on? What are they talking about? I can tell he's speaking English, but I can't I can't understand it. Now maybe because he's Nigerian, maybe he can decipher through the lines. But Wardu, come on, nigga had a dick in a pig. You should have ran about that spaces immediately, just like me. I said, hold on, there's a nigga with a dick in here. I'm out of this space.
That's crazy, Wardu. You can't have that on your name, big dog.
Yeah, that's crazy.
But yeah, ultimately,
man, I don't got the screenshot. That was not that nigga on. But I digress.
Spreading fake news.
Actually, I don't have the screenshot. That sounds crazy.
Nah.
That sounded crazy. I just said that in case I needed to, just to solidify my point. But let me reel that back there. I don't got the screenshot, nigga. But anyways,
I was gonna ask you about Meg, like how you feel about her trajectory
I feel like
personally.
I feel like eventually, I feel like she's such a like a face and kind of like just a brand now that honestly, if she wanted to, she probably could like just not drop shit and just like be a famous person
Yeah, at this
and
point.
just be famous. Like, we talking
But
about
I don't,
musically? Do I think she's gonna like? Can she get bigger musically or get better musically? Like that you're
yeah,
asking?
yeah.
Uh, I mean, yeah, I think also too like this whole Tory Lanez thing, it kind of probably like pulled back on her a lot, like because people kind of split. I feel like when the trial comes, depending on what type of evidence comes out, that may help her going forward. Like if this is like blatant, like a video of Tory Lanez shooting her or something, like oh shit, damn, he really did shoot you. Some people still be like fuck that bitch, but maybe it'll help her more. So I really don't. I don't know.
Yeah.
I do want to say something. 'Cause I keep seeing Wordle comment, and this has been on my mind. I don't want to lose this focus, bro. They are trying. Bro. And I'm gonna hop off of this. They're trying to push Baby Keem so hard. Like I just see little articles about him all the time. Like Kendrick says Baby Keem is the next musical genius, and Offset's new single is produced by Baby. Like I feel like they're really trying to like push this guy to the forefront of like music, but I don't know. Like this isn't to say that he makes bad music, 'cause I don't think he makes bad music. Just like the same thing they said about RodWave. He don't have personality, came a superstar. I don't see this guy being like a super, but I digress. I just wanted to get that point out there because I was thinking about it. But anyways, whatever you about to say.
Nah, I just don't see much of like I don't see her going too far because like when I look at her like talent, when I look at her shit really impact as far as the rap culture, I feel like there's Nicki, there's Cardi at this high up, and then like somewhere with a gap in between, Meg is like down there, and I don't see her filling that gap because I mean at the end of the day, why has that steam from her died so fast? Like Cardi kept it going. Obviously, Nicki kept it going for 10 years. Meg only like we ain't been that far removed from her being a fucking like on fire. So
But I mean, she's
I
still
don't
always
know.
like I said. Now you can say this is just fabrication from the whatever the industry they want to push her. But I feel like she still always has like a record that's always being like played. But I just don't think when it comes to album time, I just don't think it's gonna connect. Like I feel like I said, like maybe she should just find whatever the best little single you can get, make the video for it, put the money behind it. Like kind of what Cardi B's been doing for the past couple of years. Like she dropped the album in 2018. After that, she dropped like WAP, put a bunch of money behind it, put the video behind it. She dropped Up, put a bunch of money behind it, put the video behind it. Then she dropped the new one with Kanye and Lil Durk. She put a bunch of I don't know if she put a bunch of money, but they're pushing like just like do the little single shit. Like I think a lot of artists you don't have to put out an album. Now, I get albums in back in the day like equal like legacy and like that's one of your like championship trophies, I would say. But like some people probably would be, but like OT Genesis is doing just fine. He's never dropped out, but every time he drops,
Yeah,
he drops a hit record. So I mean, like,
you should say the albums from when you actually get inspired to create one versus
yeah,
like let me just put this shit together because I
yeah,
think that shit end up putting caps on you because like we see people gonna judge that shit like no matter how much we be talking about the how people structure the album is dead, we still care about it, we still
yeah,
care about the sales, we still care about the impact of people albums because I mean shit, everybody got singles for the most part. Not, I mean, everybody ain't got
yeah,
100 of them hoes,
yeah,
but everybody got singles. So then it started to come down to if you want to be considered the great, what are your classic albums? Ain't got no fucking classics.
yeah.
Like,
I just got breaking news from academics. It just popped on one thing. Raw Waves album, they say it's going from 140 to 123. It's projected sales, but
that's tough.
yeah. But I mean, yeah, that's what I was saying. Like maybe that's the route she goes. Maybe I'm more musically relevant than Meg. I wouldn't say that. I would say, but even like Nicki, like even Nicki, like is Nicki like more musically relevant than like Meg in 2022? Like she's putting out records, but even that record Nicki just dropped, that super freaky shit. Like is that even like really is that good? Like is that like?
Nah,
I
Nicki
wouldn't say.
been mid for a minute.
I wouldn't say she's more musically relevant. Now Doja, now, if you would ask about anybody on that list, Doja's obviously more musically relevant. I mean, Lotto had Big Dick Energy. That was a big song for her. But I don't know. I wouldn't say that they're just like so far ahead between. Now, maybe you just don't like her. Maybe you're talking about talent. But like objectively looking at it, as far as like her to be one of the girls in the game, I would say they're like way ahead of her as far as being relevant. Now, if you look at the numbers don't look good. But as far as who you see people talking about, what songs being played, I just don't think that she's like way far behind them, especially in 2022 at least. Now, if you would like break down careers and shit like that, I would even say like out of everybody on that list, I'll give you Doja Cat. Doja Cat has a million hits. She's whatever. She's pop star. She's out of here. Right?
Really?
No, Doja Cat's like
a million hits.
Not a million hits, but she has a lot of hits. She has a lot of like big songs. You might not even know them, but they're big records. That's what I mean.
Yeah, I probably just don't know her voice enough yet.
Yeah. She has a lot of big records. She has a lot of big records. But even like Mulatto, got the big dick energy song, but that's
no,
like,
Meg beating Lotto right now.
That's what I'm saying. About. Like this blasphemous to say. Like Lotto's shitting on her. No, you might just like her more because she's not like. If this is what I say about that point. If she was, this is my opinion. I think that for Ward, I'm speaking to Ward. If Lotto was embroiled in the shit with Tory Lanez and it wasn't Meg, I think that you wouldn't be saying that's my opinion because you brought this where I'm waiting for Tory.
I ain't gonna lie. Megan ain't really not that likable either. Outside of the Tory shit too. Like that's what I want. We were talking about like maybe sticking around being personality wise. Like she's not even that interesting. Like a lot of her interviews be dry.
It's like produced. It's like it's like it's a real like cookie cutter. Get his answer.
She don't have that
like a little fake laugh. Like
she don't have that superstar about her. And I mean that's fine. I mean she have a niche, and I mean I think she should capitalize on it as long as she can. But I don't take her seriously outside of that. Ain't gonna lie. Not till she showed me otherwise, because it's been 2 albums now and I haven't been impressed. Yeah. And I mean, her hits, we already know why they so crazy. It's the thought anthems like Body Yaddy Yaddy's a twerking song. All the hot girl summer shit. Like obviously the theme and the vibe that she created was bigger than her music. Yeah. And there's nothing wrong with that. That's great. I mean, you got to go hand in hand a lot of times, but let's be real. It wasn't like the music that she did get hot on was like fucking amazing creativity. So I can't take her serious.
Yeah. I mean, you say pretty much like any female artist. None of their music is like super like creative. Nicki, like new shit.
Oh,
it's like creatively.
It was a woman on the game shit that was decent. I don't know who it was though. I didn't look up. I was driving, so I didn't look up the name. But the most because it's all about selling sex for the most of the women. That's the only button.
The best female song that came out this year was "Fuck Nigga Free." That's the best female song that came out in 2022.
Well, yeah, I mean, shit, that's probably one of the best songs in general.
I mean, it might be one of the best. Might be the best song of the year.
When you just talking about people gonna play that hoe back, like that hoe gonna. That's a,
but I think that's all we got for the music. I mean, the game. What do you think about the game? Like, I think the game's album has got like points in it that are good. I just don't need 30 songs. I don't need that.
Yeah,
I feel like if the game would have concise down to 12, he could have probably been looking at like, oh damn, this might be like it could potentially be like an album of the year contender type shit. But 30 songs is just like RodWave had 24, but I enjoyed those 24. Some of the game was like, okay, I had to like let me move on to the next track. Like, all right, let me move on to the next track.
Personally, I did that a lot with the game shit, but I will say that I might take the game album because of the highs over RodWave. Do I think it's overall better? I don't think so. But he had a lot of good features. Yeah, he had some good vibes, and there were some misses in there for sure. Yeah. But it's competing for a good album. It was one of the better albums of the year.
It's a good album. It's just like 30. I just don't know. It's like,
and I haven't even finished the whole thing. I'm like on like 24 probably, or maybe 22.
You damn near out the door.
Even what I've heard, I was impressed with a lot of it for sure. Like, I think it's definitely better than Meg shit, and I think I might take that over the Big Steppers. I ain't gonna lie to you.
No, I can't. Yeah, I mean, just for like my enjoyability, I don't think so. I just enjoy that one.
I liked his drill shit that he had on there. Like, I don't know.
504.
I had more.
I gotta really go.
He did better than him.
I really got to go back and listen to like this is all the albums that came out this year. I think I just got to read like the same way I like kind of was like the Future shit was kind of and now like Future shit might be like one of the maybe the best album that came out this year as far as like just hit records and good records. I have to go back and listen. Like I don't think I like most albums that we talk about on this podcast. I don't even shit on those. You know what I'm saying? But like Bryce shits on, so like I get like blowback shit on me. So like even like the Jack Harlow shit, I don't think Jack Harlow's album was terrible. It's funny to talk shit, just to talk shit. But like I did go back and listen to that one. I talked shit about Fabio Foreign's album in reference to Coil Ray. Went back and listened to that. Had a lot of good songs. I need to go back and listen to like most.
I never even got to digest Fabio shit. I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah, I got to go back and listen to a couple of these before the year because I do want to do like an end of the year like award show, and I like to get y'all's input on that as well when we do that.
Hey man, it's okay to love Kendrick, but let's be real. Like niggas can make better projects than something that was like an okay performance from Kendrick. Like what are we talking about? This nigga out here stumping around in a butler uniform on concerts. Like you gotta know that album mid. Like what are you doing up there? Like what is this old Michael Jackson? Like what are we doing? What are we doing, Kendrick?
Would you? I don't think I would have a top 5 to put together right now.
Nigga, like he's about to go fight like he a Confederate general or some shit. I don't know what the fuck.
So he said, hold on, let me do it. He said Kendrick, Mr. Morale, Lil Durk, Gunna, Future, The Game. I say if I was to go think of a top 5 off the top of my head, just off the top of my head, I'd say Future, and this is probably shit I've just listened to the most. Future, Lil Durk, not Gunna shit. I can't say Gunna shit.
Lil Durk, Future, Drake. Let me just let's take a little second to look up the rap albums that dropped this year.
Let's take a second real quick. Albums that dropped in 2022. Let me look at this up real quick. I want to see some albums that dropped. Like I don't want to put. I don't think I'll put Drake on my list because like I'll listen like a couple songs off the album.
Nah, that top 3 for me. I ain't gonna lie to you.
Okay.
2 Chainz dropped this year.
Yeah.
I didn't fucking know that. I gotta go listen to that. I didn't know that.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to go back and listen. I ain't gonna give a top 5 right now. I gotta go listen to a lot of these. I had to go back.
I probably put. I don't think it's all the albums. This can't be all the albums. What are some of the albums you seeing?
I'm seeing shit like Pusha T, Fabio Foreign, Big Crit, Gunna, 2 Chainz, Post Malone, Jack Harlow. I mean, they say Donda 2, but I ain't even heard nowhere Donda 2. Obviously, Kendrick, Conway the Machine, Denzel Curry dropped the album. Black Thought dropped the album. Yeah. All this other shit, like I'm not listening to this other shit. Vince Staples dropped the album. I gotta go back and listen.
I mean, yeah, I mean he who you were saying you don't know gonna make your top 5?
Drake.
Oh no, I nigga top 5 for
sure. But nah. What you talking about? 19,000 for the game. Yada yada yada. Yeah, talk about that. He tried to use the Eminem shit to sell the records. I think if he just had like 12 good songs with Hit Boy, I think he would have done it himself. I think a lot of artists in today's society downplay the word of mouth reception after an album drops. Because you gotta think social media is just everybody wants to do what everybody's doing. So if your album is getting praised, other people just gonna listen to it just because everybody else is saying they listen to it. So I think they kind of discount that as a method of selling their album.
Yeah, and I'm not listening. I don't think the game is trying to like have the biggest first week numbers. Like I don't think he's in that phase of his life. I think that's also why he dropped 30 songs. Like here, like this. I think
he dropped 30. I think he dropped 30 because the more songs you have, the more streams you get, the more sales you probably get.
I can understand that.
The Eminem shit is like to get attention towards the album. I don't think he thinks he's gonna be number 1, but he ain't trying to sell like 10,000.
I can understand that, but I also think that it's more of he's in the vibe of being creative, and he just was trying a lot of different shit and was having fun. Like to me, this was a good game project and album just off the strength of like he just performed well. You got a lot of different things from him, but I don't think this was like I don't think Game ever been like let's focus on the first week sales. Like that's just never been Game thing. Like he's never been a mainstream artist in the first place. Like Game is more known for his antics than his like. Even K-Ray was like, I didn't know he was like a rapper. Like he's known a lot of times for him just being a polarizing figure. And his music has always been good, but people never just talk about the Game music. So I don't know. Like Game never been mainstream. Like
never.
Well, for a long time at least.
Okay.
For a long time, like even with documentaries like was dropping, those were great albums. He wasn't mainstream at that point. Like it was even before
back then. When the Game,
documentary. My bad. I'm talking about 2.5 and shit like that. My bad.
Okay.
My bad. Not the first documentary, of course. That had the classic shit on there. But but we all say like documentary 2, documentary 2.5 are pretty good as well. And and nobody was talking about him when they drop. I think the Game when he dropped his music, it's a long-term thing. Like you can come back to this and be like, I'm like this was a good Game project. I don't think it's about sales. I don't think Game ever was about sales ever. Like ever. Well, I can't say ever like you said, but for a long time.
Not since he's not been hot.
Yeah, but even then it's like he's been around for 20 plus years at this point. Are we expecting him to be taking it to like that serious? Like even when like documenting 2.5, like that's a 7-year run. Like that's probably more than I ain't saying it's like the greatest run ever, but that's probably more than most rappers ever be in. Like I don't know. I never like some dude like Big Crit. Nobody like in his first week sales. Who gives a fuck? Like what? Like you can go back to that music and it's great. Like that's what like some artists like they're outside of that sales thing. You wouldn't want to like I could be like his album just as good as a Kanye or whatever, but I wouldn't. You couldn't argue about sales because obviously they're not on that same level of category. But when it comes to actual creation of music, I mean, Big Crit at least is up there. So yeah, it's certain artists that you don't judge like that for sure. It's plenty of artists. What's the dude? Royce the 5'9". Like he's been around forever. Like he don't need to worry about sales. Like people just love Royce because he's an established figure in the culture. Like so, I don't know. Some people you got to take numbers out of, and I think Game dropping 19K is irrelevant. It's the game.
What if like he say he's the one who's bigging it up for the numbers though? If he's the one bringing up numbers, I'm going number one. I'm doing this.
I mean, the Gang gonna talk shit. The Game is like, what are we talking about? We don't think the Gang gonna show personality, but like when you think he's at home milking over it? Do we think he's at home crying and he only got 19? I don't think so. Yeah, I think the Game is.
I think he's just happy to be talked about.
Yeah, that's my thing. Like he living in the moment. He gonna take it as full as he can. That's the Game. We know he lie. We know he gonna push.
We know he lie.
The Game he lie. This nigga said
he tells stories. He said he wrote What Up Gangsta. 50 Cent said, nigga, I didn't even know you when that song came out. Niggas just be lying. That's just how it is, man. Niggas be lying. They wasn't looking attention. Now that's all. Let's come talk about me. Did you see he had a Nipsey feature on there? They took it off.
Okay, no,
his brother said take that shit off because Wack 100 is his manager, and Wack 100 is obviously talking shit about Nipsey. And Nipsey got the booty video.
You can't have no money profit. Then they can't make no money profit.
Yeah. I understand. I respect it. I get it. Like your manager's sitting there talking about my brother got like a gay thing going on where. Well, I forgot what the fuck nigga said. Like he popped the dick in another nigga mouth. Yeah. Kissing her after my brother not gonna be on no album associated with that nigga.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure they want to kill. I'm pretty sure it's so up with that nigga Wack and his brother and niggas of Nipsey a family. So it ain't even a conversation.
I respect like bro, he's not gonna be on there. Sorry. The Game. Thank you for bigging up my brother while he was alive. Thank you for supporting him. But if that's your management, nah, he not gonna be on there.
Yeah.
And Nipsey did get he got a star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame this week too, on his birthday, which is cool. Good for him. So, and then Tupac's fan base, and then the M's fan base. Do y'all think that? Okay, now let me just ask that question real quick. Do y'all think the manager really affects that much on the artist? Like you're saying, alienated Tupac's fan base. You think Tupac's fan base Wack 100 is a Game manager? We're not going to listen to this album. I don't know if that's the case. The Eminem shit, he did it himself by rapping and talking shit about Eminem, but
oh yeah, I mean, I didn't even know Wack 100 was the Game rapper. To that extent, no. I thought you meant him getting more looks and him being more mainstream. Yeah, his manager definitely can control that and help with that.
No, I'm talking about Wack said talk shit about Tupac, so Tupac fans won't listen to the Game. I don't know.
I don't. Most people,
I don't think Wack 100 is as famous as people want to give him credit for. He's famous on YouTube and Clubhouse, but like in the grand scope of things, when people are like living their life listening to music, I don't think
I didn't even know Wack was a real manager. Like,
I don't think too many people are like tuned in like that to that.
And no one, he's not that polarizing for people to look him up. Like, people don't care that much about him. Like, they get mad at him. They get mad at him, but no one cares actually about that nigga. So now I ain't saying nobody. I'm saying when it comes to the people we talking about, I don't want to sound like fucking. I don't have nothing. I actually don't like the nigga either.
I don't think they care enough to not listen to the Game's album. Like if Wack 100 was talking shit about Eminem, I don't think fans of Eminem be like, "Oh, that's Game's man. I'm not listening." No, Game dissed Eminem. That's why. Tupac thing, I don't think so.
But. Yeah, and I don't think even if that is his manager, me personally, I can't expect people to think like me, but I would assume that like that don't mean I think the Game is that same caliber. Like he
acts that way or talks that way or does the same things.
I mean, he actually does, but when we think about it, he actually does.
Yeah, I mean, when you think about it, nigga do be some wild shit. He do be coming out, jumping out the window with some shit. I ain't gonna lie to you, dude.
But I start thinking,
that nigga do be saying some wild shit.
Kanye let him say the wildest shit ever. I can't believe that shit. That was a different type of spite.
Yeah. But what else we got, man? We off the music shit, man. What else we got? Let me see.
We had a few other topics for real.
Notes. Let me on my notes.
Well, in our area, a dude that went to Tacita, Houston area.
That's tragic, man. That's tragic. It's like from the story that I read was that he was attempting to break up a fight between two women at a bowling alley. And they didn't really specify who started shooting. If it was one of the girls that was fighting that started shooting or somebody from the outside started shooting. Somebody started shooting while this guy was trying to break up a fight. He gets hit, he gets killed. Right? 24 years old, came back down to Houston to visit his mama, his 11-month-old daughter. He came back down to visit and he died.
Oh, so he wasn't even standing out here.
No, he just came down here to visit his mama and his daughter, and I'm sure he probably meet up with some friends from around here, and went out and didn't make it back home.
It's not ironic anything dealing with his situation. It's more ironic with the social media conversation that you see, like how we were just talking about this recently, like about with Will Smith, like what should you and what should you not do? What's right is what's not right. Should you break up people's shit? Then we just seen the shit that happened at the gas station when the dude trying to stop the domestic violence stuff, and then he gets shot. So we keep seeing this. Like it was a conversation, and then like literally events start to unfold to show you like what's really more like prevalent and more logical thing to probably do. And I mean, I'm not gonna be like, oh, he's foolish or he's dumb, because it's like at the end of the day,
it's probably just instinct. Like, oh, let me chill,
And who thinks it's ever that serious?
To where I'm gonna get shot. I don't think anybody's like, I'm gonna break this up and I might get shot. But let me tell you something. Me seeing these events happen, I'm gonna just say this. I'm sorry to say, I got a wife, I got kids. If I see anybody get into domestic disturbance that ain't my wife, my kids, my mama, hey, y'all gonna have to figure that shit out on your motherfucking own. I done seen too many videos, and I'm talking about when girls fight. I'm not really going to break up a girl fight. I don't really give a fuck about that, right? But maybe that's just his mindset. Maybe it's getting a little brutal. I don't know.
I don't care about dudes fighting either.
No, I'm talking about the this is where it's like a girl and a guy are fighting at a gas station, whatever. I'm seeing too many instances where bystander me breaks up that I get killed. Girls just hopping in the car with hey, I'm sorry, I'm not doing it. I got a wife and kids to get home to. If he beating your ass, I might call the police back. Hey, there's a guy over here on Clayton Drive. He's beating the shit out of his girlfriend. Y'all need to get over here ASAP. But I'm not hopping. I'm sorry. I'm not. Y'all can say, you a pussy. You're supposed to be a man. I'm seeing too many motherfuckers get killed for shit like that. Dipping in situations like that. I'm good. I'm not doing it.
Yeah, it's. I hate it, bro. Honestly, because it's so selfish. It's so a lot of like bitch made shit. Like it's so weak. The go to gun shit instead of just fighting and just like it's not that fucking serious. Just leave it alone.
Oh shit! People see me beating the shit out of my girlfriend. Let me just chill out. Like, hey, bro, chill out. Like, let me. Maybe I am doing too much.
Yeah, I mean that. I mean. No. I don't think most domestic people they ain't think about other people.
I know that. But I need y'all to start thinking that way.
I'm talking about the people more so to like the fighting shit. I'm off the domestic shit. Like people get into a fight at the club, people get into a fight at the whatever, and it get to shooting. Like it was a woman that got water thrown
I
on
saw
her that I
in
seen,
Compton.
and she
She started busting. She said,
like she
boom,
doubling back, and she let off another one. It's like, yes, you're embarrassed. Yes, this happened, but everybody's had these moments. Don't be a little bitch. And just like you could have shot a kid, you could have shot.
If people are throwing water on me, I'm just getting my. First of all, I don't know what the fuck that was a wild situation. Just looking at it, but if niggas throwing water on me, and they keep on throwing water at me, and I have a car sitting right there. I'm just get my car and I'm gonna fucking leave. And y'all niggas don't got cars. I do.
And people, a lot of times they initiate the shit. I'm like they said she was being a Karen, like because they was at a car show, and when people be Karens, like they throw water on them. That's what happens.
She was bitching probably. Get out the street.
So she being like that, she probably initiating some shit with her dumbass behavior, and then be so ready to shoot. So that be what's mad would be pissing me the fuck off. Y'all already on the dumb shit, and then you're gonna be a coward and just do some shit and then run and then cry and act like the lady that fucking killed 5 people. Like bitch, I don't want to hear no fucking. I don't want to see no fucking tears now. Like you just done some absolutely stupid shit. Like the fight was absolutely probably stupid in the first place, and then you even up the level 1,000,000 exponents by shooting and killing somebody that's a fucking like have their own fucking life and was really just trying to help.
Speaking of that, did you see the Little League football?
That's what I was gonna say. Like that shit pisses me off.
Like, what are you doing? Why did it have to get to that level? Y'all are fighting. I see somebody with a broom. I get there's an object flying. I don't know what type of object it is. Something that shouldn't be in a fight. I get that, but like, just like just to pull out the gun in a Little League game, like
it's so bitch man. It's kids out there. Like it seems to amaze me how like weak or fragile these people can be, because like you're so defeated or you so like broken by this event that you gotta get all spite. Like some people just like, I don't know what it is, bro. Maybe what I really think it is they're bitch made. Just like we talk about these cops and they got this little bit of power. Niggas be I got the gun.
They be ready. Like it's like
I'm ready to pop trunk. Niggas be ready. Niggas be itching and then be crying in a fucking cell like a little bitch.
You big tough guy. Like I said, I don't, because like I said, when I watch that video, and it's not really good, because you're watching the one guy argue with the ref, and then it goes over to that. In another video, it looked like somebody was getting hit with like a broom or a stick. Now he said, somebody beat me with an inanimate object. That might be a different story. I might have to shoot your ass. You beating the shit out of me with like a broom or something with a big wooden stick. But I don't know. Fuck that. No, but if there's like a bunch of y'all, I'm gonna just start shooting. That's different.
Shoot in the air. You can shoot in the air.
Like, no, I'm shooting whoever has the stick.
Bro, you don't have to shoot them. You want to shoot them at that point.
Yeah, because you're beating me with the stick. I'm about to shoot your ass.
But you don't have to.
About that. But like I said, with that, I don't know the context. I don't know if that's what the guy was doing. I don't know. I think they might have been, from what it looked like, they were attacking him. So, that's a different story.
And see, my thing is, your dumbass shouldn't be on fuck the violence. Fuck the victim shit. Ain't no attacking. Why the fuck you on the field arguing over a little kid's game? You putting yourself in a dumbass situation in the first place. You already overreacting. Now you mean other people overreacting too. So you just as responsible for getting your ass beat. A lot of times when you get jumped, a lot of times when niggas get robbed, you're doing shit that you probably shouldn't have been doing, even if you feel like you're morally right. And sometimes you got to be smarter than your environment. And like you literally egging on dumb shit.
Is a Little League football game worth doing all that shit over? Probably not.
It's any game.
I guess I would be mad if maybe say, I don't know. Like I'm sure there's a bunch of mob people that killed referees for fucking up games for them as far as money goes, but that's neither here nor there. But a Little League football game is no scouts, is no nothing. It don't really give them. They like niggas is scouting 4-year-olds, 5-year-olds right now. Like nothing really to be killing over.
Yeah, I agree with you. Because like I was gonna say initially, there's no reason to kill over any game, let alone a child's fucking game. But my thing is, let's speak onto the mob shit. These niggas are such pussy little bullies too. Nigga, you put your money up, you decide to take a fucking risk, and now, because you got fucking power, you're gonna be like, nah, I don't want to lose money. Like, nigga, just like anybody else in the investment, nigga, even with rigging shit, ain't never 100%. Now you gotta kill people because nigga, your bitch ass decided to go all in on a fucking game. Yeah. You're a dumbass.
I gotta kill you. I forgot who I was watching, bro. I was watching some fucking documentary or some clip that was like there was a player that did something in some. I don't know. It was Irv Gotti. It was Irv Gotti. Irv Gotti was talking about it. He said him and they bet a lot of money on. I think it was the Knicks, right? And there was a guy. He said it was my guy. I told him I'm on the court, so I'm like, man, you gotta hit these 2 free throws. Hit the free throws. And the guy had sunk the 2 free throws, and they passed it. They're passing the Wizards. He passes Gilbert Arenas. Gilbert, now this could be a figure speech. I wanted to kill him, but he was still talking about a lot of money. Gilbert Arenas got it, half court, shot a 3, sunk it. He's like, man, we was about to get Gilbert. We was going. Now maybe he's just talking shit. Maybe he's like, in the moment, whatever. But I'm sure niggas was doing that back then, especially my people back in Vegas and whatever. But as far as Little League football game, because that's taking it like to the extreme.
Yeah, not bro.
I just don't see why somebody has to lose their life over a Little League football game. I just don't get it. I don't get it. Like you're literally throwing your life away. Like when you sit back, like there's this meme that's going around, right? And it's like it's a TikTok. It's like showing the devil like what you were praising when you were alive or whatever, some shit like that. Like and he's laughing at you, like, damn, this is what you died over, or this is what you whatever ruined your life over. It's like when you go to life, you get life in prison. And then let's say you believe in heaven and hell, you go wherever you go. You go to the pearly gates. They're like, you ruined your life for the next 40 years over a Little League football game.
And other
how fucking stupid is that? Yeah, his them little kids are traumatized probably. Parents traumatized. His family's grieving a loss. If he got kids, now they daddy about to be in prison probably for the rest of his life for a Little League football game. A Little League game.
That's that's true villain behavior.
Yeah. And there's 2 other instances just like that. Just willful violent shit for no reason. Well, this one isn't really about violence, but one of them. I was reading a story that this customer was like, hey, my fries were cold. You see the footage. He's a 68-year-old man. He's sitting down. Worker guy comes around, punches him in the head because I guess he was complaining about his fries. Like I said, I don't know what happened before that, but there's no level of extent for you to punch a 68-year-old person in the head, and he died. Now that guy got charged with murder. He was working at like McDonald's, punched the 68-year-old guy in the head. The 68-year-old guy died. Now you're going down for murder. Over cold once fries. Again,
such a bitch ass nigga. Go punch life, nigga. Go punch all the people that no, fuck that. Go punch yourself for being a fucking failure. That's who you go fucking punch. Don't take out your anger for you staying at your mama house or you not having fucking rent. Cause that's why you're really mad. You ain't mad at the nigga that's on his sauce or want his fries re-dipped. Nigga, like you ain't want to make fresh fries because you're already mad you're working, nigga.
Yeah.
Now you mad at him because nigga, be mad at yourself, nigga.
And now you go to prison. So now you fried. And even, like I said, it's just more I'm just seeing this overwhelming violence, things of violence going on. Like I said, I thought about this. They probably go on all the time.
Bitch made.
They probably go on all the time. Or not just me, but like us, we're seeing more of it because of most likely social media. But like I said, even if it is like, hey, it's the same amount of violence, we're just seeing it more. The fact that there is this much violence going on is fucking insane. When you see a 17-year-old who's 17 now, I don't know if he was 17 then, kills his op's mom while the mom was visiting the gravesite, you're like, bro, what is going on?
Crazy.
What is it? Why'd you kill the mama? Like, I get it. Like, I don't even get it still. I need to stop saying I get it. Because like this back and forth violence shit is still crazy. Like, oh, he's dead. Maybe he killed your cousin, your homie, or whatever. So you're like, I'm gonna kill his mama. It's like, bro, what the fuck should you do? Why are you killing her? And then she's at the gravesite. Like, you're scoping her out, watching her. Like, bro, now you're going to life in prison. And I don't even care. Because someone who's just willfully willing to do shit like that, I don't want them out in the street. I'm sorry. I don't give a fuck.
Nah, they deserve life.
I don't want you out in the streets.
With a minimum of 5 years solitary.
Mandatory, huh?
Yeah, bro, because, like, I want you to, like, suffer, bro.
I want you to sit. I want you to sit in that.
For real,
like, this is what I did.
Like, my mama used to put me on punishment, then it'd be like kind of punishment. You need to be on punishment. Because I don't want you to die. I don't want you to take the needle and shit like that. You need to sit in that shit. And I don't want you to be open pop. You can be distracted with the other
be
little
cool
dumb shit in jail.
and
Yeah.
be like the new guy on the block. No. I need you to. As soon as you get in there, you go to solitary.
Yeah, I think they might need to get some niggas some more solitary motherfuckers. I ain't gonna lie to you, because that'll fuck a nigga up. That'll fuck anybody up.
Like, bro, killing somebody's mama at her gravesite for her son, like, bro, that shit. That
But
whole that's
you don't
getting
deserve
that's
to a certain degree. You don't deserve to be around nobody else. Like what
yeah.
why bro? You're heinous, bro.
Yeah, you're evil. You're like you're a demon.
Essentially, bro, that's some demonic behavior, bro.
You're a demon here on Earth.
You're haunting this nigga's family, bro.
Like, bro,
imagine if he didn't die or didn't get caught, but they know who killed him, so they don't get him, they get his homeboy. Well, now they're going back after his friend, or after like, he would have just kept fucking over people that was connected to that dude. Like literally, he would have been hunting them, bro. Like that's crazy. No, yeah, definitely demonic. Like these niggas be demons for sure, bro. Like that's crazy.
It's like I get people, because you would see this shit. It's like, oh well, it's not. It's his environment. It's like, bro, I get it. I know that's true. People be in certain environments. They have to live a certain life. Yada yada yada. But at what point you're like, bro, I don't give a fuck, man. No. You were in environments like that. You're not a killer, Bryce. Now maybe you was blessed to get out of there and go to like the suburban area, whatever. But for a good portion of your life, you were there.
No, yeah. I mean, I know a lot of people from there that have been in shootouts or have killed someone. Not a lot of people, but so
FBI.
But even then, I don't know how like cold. Like I ain't gonna say it's like I'm capping for any of it. Like, but like that shit is just different level of cold.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, and I don't most people not urging to catch a body like that. It happens like you might have been robbing somebody. It popped up with the gun. You shot the dude. You had to get so maybe. I don't know. I'm not
like instant. Like stories, shit. I don't really want to kill this person, but like they're gonna kill me if I don't kill them. It's like fuck. I don't want to do this survival bullshit. Still, I need you to go to prison. But but that seems more calculated. That more is like you're following because you like, unless you're just sitting this guy's gravesite and you're like any one of his family members that visits his gravesite, I'm gonna kill them. Like that's even worse. You're fucking like you said, you're a demon.
And I think it is an excuse to harp on your point a little more. It is an excuse, bro, because even with like all that, bro, it's too many people that come out that's not even similar to that or even think that's okay. Yeah. So it reminds me of that fucking movie. It's not Shotters, but it's one of the movies with a bunch of little kids. And they it's one little fucking demon that goes around killing and shooting everybody down this fucking island. I forgot what the fucking name of it is. It's one of those like critically acclaimed like movies that came out like in the 2000s. No, it's not Juice. It's not Juice. Let me see.
Songs are full about the game, home vision. Oh, those are songs you like. Okay.
Oh, let me see if I can find the movie. City of Gods, I think. Yeah, City of Gods. Yeah, it was a young black boy, and like he was just like murdering in cold blood, like no care, like very like just like it's scary because he was a young kid like that. Like he was probably like 8 years old doing that, but like they was born around bodies being dropped all the time. They was born around. This is like when they live like in huts and shit like that. They running around with no shoes on and shit. Like they born in a certain environment like that. But even then, like he was such a like
demon
exception of evil, and that's what some like that little boy reminds me of that behavior of what that dude did to that dude's mom and like in the graveyard, like some shit like that, like just so cold, so like, and I don't even know how a person in America, even though I know how shitty American can be, can get like that, bro. Like maybe I ain't gonna lie, I was in that for sure. But my mom didn't have to rely on any. I don't even think my mom had food stuff like that. I
Yeah.
think but she didn't have to rely on food stuff. She didn't have I didn't have to just stress out on not eating like that. Versus
Yeah.
some people may eat like a pack of noodles a day, and then they got to go start once they 10 years old, they selling drugs for them and their little brothers and sisters because their parents ain't in the house or on drugs or some shit like that. That's when I feel like that's where it get where they that will come from. But yeah, I couldn't.
But
I
see, I
couldn't
can
even
see,
imagine
like I
that.
said, I don't condone, but I can understand. I can understand you drug dealing to help your little sister, your mama's whatever. Maybe she worked too much, she don't work enough, and y'all gotta provide food. And then you get, like I said, I don't condone it. You're gonna go to prison, but you get into like a little turf war, or whatever. They start shooting you, shoot back, somebody dies. That's different. That's like a mutual exchange of combat, whatever. Were you like scouting out people, parents, when like this? There's this guy in Alabama. His name like Honeycomb Brazy or something like that, right? I don't know what he did to them. I don't know what they did to him. I don't know what the back and forth looked like. But the story was to set his grandparents' house on fire and kill both his grandparents. Like, bro, that's some next level shit. Like, that's next level. Like I said, just kill him. Like, I get it. If he killed your cousin, you wanna do family for family, but bro, you gotta keep these people out of it, bro. They're not in that shit.
So this, no, of course I see that, but this how I look at it. Look at it like someone like 50 Cent, like his mama died, he on the streets on his own. Then somebody give him a gun early, and then he gets certain dudes that's around him that's just no morals, no respect. Show him certain killing, show him certain shit, put him in that lifestyle at an early age. I mean, it's like making a pit bull of a fighting dog versus a at home dog. You
Yeah.
you you can literally at that age you can program them to be the most heinous of things. So I can see how.
Maybe that's why we're seeing so many of these young 16-year-olds in all these places killing people and 17-year-olds because they're so susceptible to it. They probably don't even think of the long-term consequences. They don't even like if they kill somebody, they probably think oh, I'll be out by the time I'm 30. I don't know. They don't probably even think about shit they probably don't think about getting caught. They're just like, fuck it.
As we all used to hear the saying, "Oh, I don't think I was gonna live to 18. Oh, I didn't think I'm gonna live to 21."
Yeah.
And I mean, I think that's how most of them think. Where you got to think there's no love, there's a lot of hard shit, a lot of people being cruel to you, a lot of cause think about when you broke and shit, people joking on you and shit. So it's a lot of shit that go into that, and I can see how you become this kind of villain. Let's be real. It's a reflection of what an incel is. Well, not my bad. What they describe incels are, or what they try to paint the narrative as an incel, um, no love. They feel neglected. They feel like society doesn't accept them. They feel like they're being pushed out, shit like that. And I feel like you'll see some of these black boys that commit these heinous crimes are similar to behavior and maybe even psychology to school shooters in a sense.
Yeah.
And that mentality of being bullied by society. And you feel like I mean, shit, they ain't even, I don't even think it become a feeling, bro. It's just they have a burning rage and shit. It eventually starts to go inside of them. That's what I would think it is. That's what I start to see that.
I
Cause
just
let
wish
me,
they was
let
able
me,
to get past that. Because once they hit 25, whatever, they realize oh shit, that shit I was doing, I could be. Oh, the world is open. Oh, there's actually. So.
but when you think about it in the incel shit, people try to talk shit about them, of course, but then you also feel bad for them in a sense because you
Yeah.
they're so weak, they so soft, they're so helpless. But we don't look at gang members and shit like that. We look at them as rage. And I mean, of course, when the school shooting happened, you might think that, but
Yeah.
but most people look at the gang member as intimidated. But what if you look at them like this broken, fragile, super insecure, like just in that mentality? I think it starts to
I think
not
it's
change.
easier to do that before they've committed certain crimes.
No, but I'm saying no. I'm just saying it's funny how we don't categorize it as that same that's an emotional wreck. That's an like a broken person in a sense. We look at it as like obviously a demon. Like they became a demon essentially. But
yeah, their soul is broken. I get it. I get why you get to that point. I can see why, but it's just like once you commit the act, it's hard to like the guy killed the guy's mom. It's hard for me to be like, maybe he had a tough life, man. Maybe his mom went around and he got thrust out. It's hard to like it's there. Like you can't I'm not gonna deny it's probably there, but it gets hard to like
okay.
So how the fuck do
I get what I'm trying to say. I get how the disconnect. So I was basically saying like we ain't going around calling gangbangers incels, like which we really should. We really should when you think about it. That's all I was saying. I'm not saying the people that actually commit the action shit like that, but I'm looking at it like more of a like when we look at those super hard, super tough dudes. Oh, these fucking incels. Like, but it'll change the perspective on things. That's all I'm saying. Not necessarily talking about the dudes that doing the shooting and shit like that. But yeah, them niggas technically incels. Emotional. Because, bro, me and Karaki cannot fathom why niggas can just every night have shootouts. Like, what? Are you like niggas playing hide and go seek? What are you niggas doing? Like, are you like, are y'all friends and get mad at each other every night? Like, how is it a shootout every night? It comes to like that. You got to be emotional bitch.
Yeah.
Like, so
it's rage, hate. It's like emotion. Like to shoot a good like that. Fuck,
you make it in our culture. It's hard. No, you're a fucking incel. You're an emotional bitch. Like that's what we have to.
Bryce about to start the movement. He about to start calling niggas incels. They about to pull right up to your house, nigga.
He's still an incel, nigga. You pulling up to my addy with him or your bitch? Like, what are you doing? You want to pull up on me? What am I? Like, niggas are like, it was a nigga trying to fight me. I'm so loud. I don't know why I'm so enemy today. The nigga was arguing with me in California or something on the game or some shit because he was like, oh, I sell all the drugs and shit, but he get into it with everybody on the fucking game. Like, and he was like, nigga, pull up. I'm like, bro, why the fuck you want to pull up? Like, I don't fucking pull up. I don't want to travel to come see you, nigga. Like,
that's emotion. Like, nigga would probably pull up to come see you. Like, but you gotta think about how mad and emotional you gotta be to like, cause like me, like even like
what do you like me, nigga?
Even like with my wife, right? Like, I'm the type of person like I can't stay mad too long. Like I'll be mad in the moment and maybe like get into an argument or whatever about whatever. But like, if she probably hates this about me, it's like it's not that I don't take it serious. It's just like I can't stay mad about some shit. Like I just like, all right, what we doing now?
I mean,
like, all right, we argue a little bit. Like, let's move on. But I'm just talking about the fact of like some dudes be so emotional, like to drive like that. I'd be mad. I gotta go do a shootout, right? I gotta get out. I gotta get dressed. I gotta get my gun. I gotta go to my car. I gotta drive to. I don't know how far the location is. You gotta drive to your ops location. By the time I do all that, I'm not mad no more. Like I said, I guess they like murdered your cousin or something. You would be mad. Like,
bro,
what's it gonna do for you? What's it gonna do? Realistically, what's it gonna do? Your cousin ain't coming back, and you probably gonna go to prison. The best thing you could do for you and your family is to become successful.
It's a perfect skit out there to mention what you talking about, like riding around, like searching for a nigga. Door entertainment, like he get jumped and then he call his homeboys and then they like all pull up. They gotta go get everybody. Niggas driving around for a minute. Niggas like, nigga, I'm hungry. They get in, they go get something. They get back in the car, they mobbing, they mad, and then it's like heavy, like, damn, nigga, look, they go ice cream play. Like, it's
like, bro, I ain't got time to be that mad the whole goddamn night. Come on, let's go back home. Shit.
At some point, like, we're like, what are we doing now?
Like, I was thinking about the whole rapper shit, the rapper getting beef for people, dissing the ops. Oh, that person got killed. I'm like, Chief Keef did it better than anybody. Chief Keef had whatever fuck he had going on with 16. He was 16-year-old. He moved out of Chicago. He been living in LA ever since. You don't really hear shit about Chief Keef and violence, Chief Keef and none of that shit. He's alive and he living his life. Nigga like Lil Durk, we still hearing about Lil Durk being intertwined. Why are you still intertwined with the bullshit? Now, maybe for him, it's because it sells records. But at some point, brother, you got to move on. NBA Youngboy, you got to move on. All y'all niggas, y'all got to move on and be rich, famous, and successful. Move on.
So, I can't. It made me want to be like a lot of these people don't come from that lifestyle because they can play with it so easily. But that'd be inaccurate of me to say. Yeah. I feel like, but I feel like how 50 Cent had said in this interview, he was like, if a lot of people do exactly what I say, nigga, you will never make it. Like you gotta figure out levels and ways to adapt, even though you may come from a certain culture. And I feel like that's Chief Keef. I feel like he may have seen enough niggas die. He may have seen his life flash before his eyes or whatever. And he like, nigga, I got a chance. He one of them niggas that's like, bro, I'm not even about to play with my life and the people that I love life like that. And you got to commend a person like Chief Keef for that, for real, for real. Yeah. Man, that's why I'd be like, shit, let's not say he's influential because why niggas ain't doing what he did? Why niggas ain't doing what he did?
Why they not doing that? Why didn't I just leave it and let live? Now, y'all can probably get in here and be like, well, he does still diss people from time to time. That might be true. I don't listen to Chief Keef, so like I said, about that I could be wrong. But I know as far as him being in Chicago or him being prevalent in this, like I don't see people making YouTube videos when Chief Keef disses dead people or whatever. I don't see those things being broadcast. I don't see it being the talk of the blogs. When Dirk do it, I see it. When the other guys do it, I see it. That JD Youngin guy just died, and whatchamacallit, we said like 5 guys ran about him and his daddy. I see the guys in Jacksonville, Julio Fulio. He already made a diss track about him. It's like, first of all, y'all making y'all shit hot. Y'all always want to bring death and gang shit to y'all's front door.
So ungangster.
Like the FBI and the federal police. Like, bro, I seen the video the other day. The Philly DA said, hey, all y'all out here gang banging, committing crimes, doing all this, and talking about on social media, that's kind of like a summary. We're coming after you. You don't think they're building cases? They're coming after all of y'all. You're not going to keep mentioning 1 million dead people. Even if y'all say, oh, well, they don't care about dead black people. They might not, but they don't want you out there committing more crime in the city, making people not want to move to the city, making businesses not want to come to the city. They might not care about the dead black kids getting killed. They might not care, but they do care about businesses not wanting to move into your area. They do care about developers not wanting to develop. They care about that shit. So you can believe they're creating cases and they coming for you. That's all I gotta say. So keep rapping about it, keep making fun of it. That's fun. We'll see by next year who's all, still rapping about it, having a good old time about it. We'll just see.
Yeah. And I feel like, just to speak on what you said earlier, I think it's a logical thing about not staying mad, because at some point it's unfortunate that shit don't ever be that serious to where I need to even be that mad. Like it's a few circumstances where I had to cut people off because like they literally did some like weirdo shit or fuck boy shit or some shit like that. And it's like, I don't know if I'm even still angry at you, but it's just enough for me to cut you off. But yeah, I think it's a good thing, honestly. I don't think there's nothing wrong with that. I feel like that speaks to being logic. It's like, well, at some point, like, why am I trying to harbor these emotions?
And I feel like some people look at it as like, oh, you weren't really mad. Like, no, I was mad. I'm just like, I don't understand the point of living in the mad. Like, especially if it's truly not something that big of a deal.
I'm big on once the problem get corrected, I've talked about whatever I feel like is the problem. I'm fine after that.
Yeah, like, let's just figure it out. Like, okay, problem, solution. What are we doing? That just goes with any situation, like not just specific to my wife, But
yeah,
anything. Problems. What's the problem? All right, if we executed what the problem is, we're not gonna move on to the solution. What the fuck are we doing?
Yeah, it's kind of stupid.
Why do we keep arguing?
And it's not saying that you got to be hunky dory immediately after, but it's like not saying like you trying to like, oh, I'm not speaking to this person. What's this shit called? What's this shit called? Silent treatment and shit. You're on silent treatment for 2 weeks. I
don't do that. I be like, hey, what we about to do? Like, I don't got time for shit like that. This is like I try. Like I even fake try to do it. Like I like fake like I'm mad. Like I can't do it. I can't do it because I'm not really that mad. So that's all we got. What we got? That's it.
Now I got one other topic that I just want to see if you know about. Then I got would you rather too.
Okay, what's good?
Did you see the fucking people in Ukraine the faking?
No, faking.
They fake dead.
No, I didn't see that.
Let me see if I can find it. I'll show y'all real quick. This shit fucking hilarious. I was like, bro, we was just talking about this shit. I definitely tagged you.
I seen a white woman, a white actress that got into a car crash. They zipped up in a body bag. They thought she died. She popped about that motherfucker. I saw that. There's just no question about that. I mean, move it over, son.
Look in the background.
Oh no, I seen that. They said that was fake. That was from something else.
So that's not real.
No. That was from it It was like it was some kind of thing. I remember I seen that. They said it was fake.
But it was a real.
It wasn't fake. That was a real thing, but it wasn't like Ukraine war. It was from a different, like, kind of some kind of demonstration. I remember seeing that.
They used it for a fake. What's the name?
Yeah,
I mean, they used it for a different event. Okay, that's fake.
Yeah,
then,
for something else. Yeah.
But no, that's the shit I was talking about with the shit I was just ranting about last week or two. And I was like, bro, I be seeing motherfuckers be faking shit. And it's like, well, what nigga don't make me seem crazy when I see shit like that.
Yeah.
That's
I seen that it was like a couple months back, people was posting about that shit. They're like, this is actually from, and they like put the link with the video. But the thing with that video, they changed like the little lower ticker or something like that to make it seem like it was like Ukraine. I don't know, they did something to the fucking video. I know what video that is though.
Okay.
I mean, the niggas do be faking shit. I ain't gonna say they don't be faking shit. They be faking shit. But I don't know about
and what's somebody said it in the chat not so long ago. We see the Hollywood movies, bro. It's easy to recreate a scene and make people believe it, like especially our minds. Like it ain't hard. But I got some good would you rather's. I feel like.
All right, let's get these would you rather's knocked out. Let's see what you got for this.
Chad, I need y'all to answer.
Let's see.
Get active real quick.
Let's see.
Would you rather go into the past and meet your ancestors, or go into the future and meet your great grandchildren? Or you can throw another great or great on there. Would you rather go see your future self, your future ancestors, or whatever the fuck you want to call it?
Your past ancestors, your ancestors, or your descendants?
Yeah, there you go. There you go. You know shit.
I'd rather see my descendants.
You rather see your descendants?
Because I want to see if the decisions I'm making now, how they impact my descendants. Am I going down the right path or am I not going down the right path? That's what I like to see. Because the past, I can't change. I mean, I guess you could change. You can go back in the past if you talk about like, hey, I'm gonna slip you a lotto ticket here and there. Like I go back in the past and do that.
I know.
You know
I think it's just a visit. I think it's just talking.
We're not influenced or nothing. Okay, like if
I don't know if it's.
Shit, I'll drop back in the past. Hey, the Powerball is $1 billion, Granny. At this day, get those numbers on that day.
Nigga, like, Granny, that's the ancestors you thinking about?
I don't need to go back because if I go back too damn far, I might not get that money. But if I go to my granny, I'm gonna be good. Shit. Well, actually, I can fuck it up. She might win the lottery. I'll never get to get the money. She might never get married. She might never have kids. I can fuck up the future. Also, I'll probably go see the descendants though. Just like I said, so I can see if the decisions and the trajectory my life is on. How does it impact my future family bloodline?
That would be great as hell. I'm not gonna lie to see, but I feel like I'm more curious to see like, nigga, this is what the fuck I came from. Like I would rather see my ancestors. Like I can get a summary by the time I die of what I did right and wrong. I think I get a solid conclusion.
Well, yeah, but then now it's fucked up already for the future generation. You kind of want to know so I can correct for it.
It's written.
I care more about my the people that I breed than the people that bred to me.
I understand that, but I believe in myself, and if I pay, something gonna happen. Y'all be all right.
All right. It's gonna be.
Y'all be all right.
Grandpa Bryce didn't leave shit. He was like, oh, hold on, let me course correct, nigga. This ain't the way you need to go.
Crazy.
They need to go back and course correct. That's what I would do. I would do that.
Nah, I think I'll go back. I ain't gonna lie. I would want to see just like off the strength of like. Even then, it's like I'll be curious to see how people thought too. Like, if there were any similarities, that'd be fucking crazy. Because think about it. If you could think about this too.
Do you think anybody in your family back in the day was a slave?
Possibly.
Okay, so let me ask you this. Would you like to go back to slave days, or would you like to go a little bit further back to them? Possibly, maybe either I don't know where your family true. Maybe I was just Indians in America, or maybe I was in that wherever. What would you want to go and see?
See, I'm cheating. I want to be able to pick and go from there. I want to talk to the slaves. I want to talk to the people before that. I want to talk to different ancestors. I ain't gonna lie to you. But if I had to pick a direct place, whenever we were in our native land, whether that was America or whether that was Africa. Wherever I was native at before colonizers and shit, before we started losing our shit, like when we had some shit going for a while, let me find a peak. But even then, it's like I gotta talk to multiple ancestors. I ain't gonna lie to you. Cause nigga, that's like 3,000 years ago, nigga. Like, that's so far away. Like, nigga, what about 150 years ago? How different we could have been, how similar. Like, nigga, we look alike. Like, that you never know.
I gotta be 3,000 years ago. Slavery was what, like 400 years ago. So you'd have to think like maybe like 500 years ago, you was in your native land. And that was native,
I'm just like thinking about pyramids.
Oh, you just spitball. Okay.
I'm just talking shit. I don't know.
You would go back to see if your ancestors around when Jesus was around.
Yeah, possibly.
In the BC time.
I won't even think about that. But yeah, I don't know. I'm just saying, like, I don't know. I think it'd be interesting just to see. And I was gonna say this. I feel like if you could see like a loop in how you are versus how they are, then you kind of already know where your kid's gonna be. In a sense, I don't know. Maybe I'm crazy.
Are you trying to say like, oh, it's like similar trajectory from the past to now, so maybe they're gonna have the similar?
Yeah, and I feel like the trajectory would be pretty good, so I wouldn't be like, oh shit, we're gonna be fucking.
So I say descendants. You say your ancestors. What's the next one you got? The chat they hiding tonight.
That's fine. Would you rather win the lottery or live twice as long?
So okay, let me ask this question: win the lottery and like just I don't know when I'm gonna die. Like I don't really know.
Yeah, it's just regular life.
Oh, I probably just hit the lottery right now. Like it's like fuck, hit in the bank.
Yeah, living twice as long kind of crazy.
Like I said, if I'm living twice as long and I'm like by the time I'm 80, I'm already decrepit. And I got to live till I'm like 160. It's like I'll be fucked up for the next 160.
Nah. I think you'll still be like in your prime until like 100.
So like 100, 140.
Yeah, some shit like that. Like,
then I ain't gonna lie. If that's the case, I might live because I feel like that's a little bit more valuable. I mean, I think living on Earth is more valuable, so I might do that.
That's possible, but you know what's crazy is you're gonna see a lot of people die.
Yeah, but you're also gonna see a lot of people live. That's a bar.
Yeah, because you get because you'll get to live with like
a lot of people live.
You'll get to be with like your greats, like you'll get to see all of your fucking. So yeah,
that's a good little boy. I ain't gonna lie. Damn man, you gonna see a lot of people die. Hey, I'm gonna see a lot of people live.
That's true. I
saw this grandma. She 100 years old. She met her 100th great grandchild.
Fuck.
That's a lot of kids. You got 100 great grandchildren. Your kids is popping them out.
Non-stop.
Yeah, I probably take the years because, like I said, like you're gonna get like philosophical about it. Like time is worth more than money. Time is something you can't get back. And I feel like if I live 160 years, I can accumulate a mass amount of money within that time. If you got an extra double life, you can't figure it out.
You still broke?
All right, bro. You can't be broke for 160 years. Bro, at some point, you gotta figure it the fuck out.
And you in your prime. And you like in your prime for a good like 150.
That's why when you watch vampire, because I see somebody say, how come every vampire show you watch, they're always rich? It's like, motherfucker, if you've been living for that damn long, you got to figure something out eventually. Like you got to know something. You got to accumulate something.
You better find a consistent business model or something, nigga. Like
I probably do. Like I said, I probably do double life. I do double life.
I agree with you.
I do double life. But that's all the would you rather see have for tonight.
Yeah, I'm gonna leave it at 2.
All right. I don't think I got nothing else. Let me look at the notes real quick. Your social media ever talk about anything different? That's all the same shit, just like recycled in different days, different times. That's all it is. All right, so like social media, they don't really give a fuck about nothing. It comes up, pops up, it's gone. Like I said, it's like I always look at this and I always point to this. And then we can log out for the night. When the abortion thing happened, people were talking like that was the end of the world. Now it's been about a month and a half. And if you look around, like I said, maybe there's a couple of girls who couldn't get an abortion now that wanted to get one. But as far as like these mass deaths they were saying was going to happen of women, oh my God, they're going to die by fake abortion. Not fake abortion, but like, trying to get whatever. The way, like I said, I'm not saying that isn't happening or hasn't happened, but the way they made it seem like it was going to happen, it's just not. Social media is full of shit.
Yeah.
And the reason it's mostly full of shit is because people that are talking really don't give a fuck about it. So it makes it look like it looks good in the beginning. Like everybody's talking about, everybody's tweeting, hashtag this, hashtag that. But in the grand scheme of things, they log out their social media, they go back to work, they live their life, they go to the brunch with their friends. Whatever they're talking about on social media, that's like the social media right now is the metaverse. You hop in, you a different person, you a different personality, you give a fuck about all these issues. When you hop off, you really don't give a fuck.
Yeah.
You don't care. So This is all we got for you guys tonight, man. What's up, man? When we gonna run up the dead people versus? We still waiting on it. What we doing? What we doing? We can't do it this. We can't do it this Saturday. I got the big UFC fights on this week, so we can't do it this Saturday if we was gonna do it.
So stipulations on doing it.
Okay, here we go.
So there's so many dead people, right?
Uh-huh.
Max, you can use is 2 songs per dead person.
Okay. And when we say dead people, are we going like where are we going to? Any era, any whatever? Any genre?
Fuck it.
Fuck it. It's the last one. Just fuck it. Throw everybody in the pot.
Fuck it.
If they did, throw it up. Fuck it. But yeah, man, it's cool. And then me and Bryce also looking into like we're trying to find different things, interactive things that'll be like competition based type things, just for like entertainment separate from the podcast. So we're looking to the game and shit to get, you know what I'm saying, me versus him on whatever, Madden, 2K, baseball, whatever the fuck. I think playing baseball would be fun. But like any day, it don't matter. We'll figure it out. We'll do that maybe like once, kind of like how we do the verses. We'll do it like on a Saturday or whatever, a couple of hours, and you know, shoot the shit with you guys there. So all we got for tonight, episode number 122 of Absolute Share Podcast. Hope you were here, you were enjoyed. And next time, if you're here, 7 people that we're seeing that are watching, and you got an opinion, the chat, I had the chat open all night. Niggas ain't sitting. Niggas talk about music. Everybody got. Now we see people. I can see different run up the score. I ain't gonna lie, I'm not good at games. I ain't gonna lie, I'm not good. So it might be the way we see him get his ass whooped on them games. I might get my ass whooped on certain games. I don't know about all games, but certain games I'm not like 2K. I'm not a 2K nigga. Like, that ain't my shit.
I'm better at playing people than I am the computer.
The computer, you get your ass with 35-0. I was like, jeez, this is a fucking atrocious.
But that game is difficult, bro. I'm not gonna lie. Most of y'all get y'all ass whooped. Play with the teams I played with, and I don't want to hear that shit.
But also, when I play games like that, when I play like career mode, I don't play on like, oh man, I'm doing it. I want to have fun. I want to win. I want to blow niggas out. I want to get 500 rushing yards. I want to throw 35 touchdowns. Like, I want to have fun. I don't do this shit to like. I'm not trying to challenge myself. Like when niggas start beating me, I don't want to play this shit no more. So I just play on regular. What the fuck? I'm gonna play all pro. That's the highest I go. All pro. I'm not playing all Madden. Throw all the sliders down. All that shit. I ain't doing all that shit. I'm just playing to have fun.
Nah, that all pro. I mean, all Madden should be cheating. No, Heisman, that should be cheating. Young dudes just start dropping every catch. Like, bro, I was so frustrated. But I got me some setups. I'm about to be playing on a actual system, which would be like the more update. Yeah, but it's like the older ones.
Oh,
but shit, I can still get a Xbox One or some shit. Not whatever that new Xbox is. Them hoes like 140 or some shit. Yeah. In the pawn shop. So we can play more games.
We'll get that set up, man. We'll try to figure out how to do that. We probably gonna most likely we can't do it on this shit. We're gonna have to do it like on Discord type shit. Like I guess, but you have to stream your shit on your end. I'll just stream mine on my end, but your face will still be. Yeah, we'll figure it out. But it won't be on this because this doesn't.
Oh, how you talking about how to like play each other and record and stuff?
Yeah, we'll do it off Discord and for the audio and all type of shit like that. But
yeah,
we'll do that soon. Appreciate y'all for being here today. MLB The Show. That was saying we gotta play baseball. I fuck with the baseball shit.
Nah, we could definitely play baseball. I fuck with baseball.
Soccer, baseball. We'll figure it out. We'll probably get that set up sometime, maybe next week. Run a couple test runs because I don't want to hop in and it's just start glitching, start fucking up. We just like don't know what the hell we doing. But we'll be back. Y'all have a good night, man. See y'all next time. It's your boy D. Fran.
Boy.